Lads, welcome to Ballyhale. We're sitting at a bar, lads. Why are we sitting at a bar? Do you know why? No.
Best place to be. Christmas, Sean.
Yeah, there's no point in front of me now, but we're down in Ballyhale because if you don't know, I do play with a team called Southend United, and I'm delighted to be joined with the chairperson, Dempsey. How are you? You all good?
I'm good, yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and I'm joined with the Legends, the manager of the Legends team, John Brennan. How are you going?
Not too bad, Sean. Thanks.
Good. Now, it's like I'm a bit of a quiz here. There might be a few questions for you, but so first things first, you're obviously the chairperson. How did you become the chairperson of Southend?
I'm only in the chairperson since August of this year. I got elected in by the outgoing chairperson. So I'm only here since August.
Yeah, and you got elected in like the elections here. And you enjoying it so far? You kind of.
Oh yeah, there's a great buzz. It's I love a challenge, so
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. And so what's it like being a chairperson? Like,
That's hard work.
is it? Yeah.
There's a lot involved, you know, and we've got a lot of teams this year, the biggest ever I think we've ever had.
Yeah.
So it's challenging. So you have to look after all the coaches, all the teams, all the fixtures every week, and along with the fundraising and all the events around it as well. But it's a great buzz, and I love it.
Yeah.
All the lads are great.
Great for the parish, like. And
It is great, yeah.
so, John, so coming up to St. Stephen's Day now. Well, on St. Stephen's Day, there is going to be I suppose like a charity game, or like a challenge game, if you will, between Legends of Ballyhale and Legends of the Southend Club, and obviously the current players, myself being one of them. So, are you training much now? The Legends, are you keeping it under wraps?
I don't want to be giving you too much secrets now, Sean.
Yeah.
But I know they're tipping away there on Monday night. They joined up there back a couple of weeks ago, like the lads.
Yeah.
They're enjoying it, like. But no, this is the second year of it. So, look, fundraising, as you said, it's very important, you know, towards the club. And like this year, we're running in conjunction to give a donation to the Oak Ward in Arkeen, you know, which is a very big thing for people, you know, with cancer care and all that, and it's huge down there. So it's nice to be able to give some donation to that as well, you know.
Yeah. And can people, if people watch it, can they donate even after the event and all that?
You can donate, and there's tickets on the day, and there's been tickets for sale there, raffles and prizes,
Class.
you know. So there's a lot of things being done there. So, you know, it's this time of the year, so people do feel a little more generous if they have something, you know. But, you know, it's a little bit worthwhile, you know.
Yeah.
People, you know.
I suppose we're training hard for the current team at the minute. So, who do you think you won the last game? So, who do you think is going to take it this year if you had to pick one?
I'd say the Legends will give it another bash.
Should be a bad sign for the jury.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, may call it off.
You may call it
Get
off.
the girls either.
Yeah. So you have a girls team as well.
Yeah, we have the under 15 girls playing the mothers and others.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah.
They're kicking off at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we can't forget them. They've been out training every week as well, and there's a great buzz around with all the women. They're raring to go.
Yeah, can't wait to see it. Well, I suppose the rebuild of Southend. Were you always involved? Like,
yeah, I've obviously played. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been lucky enough.
And when did the whole club? When did it start the club? Do you know?
So you had two clubs here in the parish.
Okay.
You had Abbey Villa, the Knocktofer side, and you had a K United, which was the Knockmine side.
Yeah.
So, in their wisdom, back in the middle ages, around 85, 86, 86 was the year the Southend was formed. So kind of that year. So they came together then, and they started playing as kind of the ones Southend, which was beneficial, like, to everyone around, you know, because it makes an awful difference. Just everyone was playing together, and it was great, like, you know. But the club then, like, they've done really well, like, over the years, you know. We went as far as playing the Premier, you know.
There you go.
You know.
Yeah. And where did the name Southend? Where did that come from? Do you anybody know?
I think we were the southest.
The
furthest team down south, and we still are in Kilkenny.
Yeah. And speaking of Kilkenny, bear in mind, it's like we're in the home of hurling. Ballyhale Shamrocks is the home of hurling, like, and so many legends passed, and so that's why when people hear like a soccer club or a football club in Kilkenny, it's kind of rare enough. But I suppose for you and myself, it does mean a lot, doesn't it? Like, there is a lot of want for football, I suppose, in soccer.
This year we have from under 6 boys and girls right up to the juniors. So we have 2 under 10 teams, 2 under 11 teams, 3 under 12 teams.
Yeah.
So it's
bigger than ever, nearly.
Yeah.
Bigger now than it ever was. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, even going back when I was a young lad playing up along, say, under 12s or whatever that time, there was really no below under 12s. But you were lucky, you know, you'd have one team kind of and it was only every second year, 12s, 14s, 16s, and youth.
Yeah.
You know? But like nowadays, there's nearly a team at every age, and which is great. There's girls playing as well now.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a huge undertaking.
It's growing,
like,
yeah.
For, you know, for the club, like, you know, I only help out a bit there, but like Bernie and people like that are heavily involved. There's an ocean amount of work to be done.
So,
like,
it goes to us. Was hurling isn't everything in Kilkenny, you know.
Well,
it is, but like,
it is. But still, now when you have the break season like now, you know, at the moment, now where it's going to end up in 2 or 3 years' time, where the season is going to change, you could have a bit of an issue with rural clubs. Personally, myself, I think it should have stayed the way it was. You know, but running it to like the calendar year mightn't be a great help for rural clubs, you know, because they're small and you're taking out the same pool of players the whole time, like, you know, especially where you're like here, where you have a hurling club, you know, and like the hurlers like to play the soccer for the winter. You know, we've always had lads, no matter in what era, lads have always played soccer, you know, from hurling, because it's a form of exercise and it keeps you going for the winter.
Exactly,
time,
yeah.
You know.
And
enjoy it.
Yeah, as like you're a small enough parish, a small enough place, like so you say City might have that luxury of having more players, but I said like the hurling club is well run as the football club. But even like I never really heard much since I started playing. I obviously learned more, but like it's grand old grounds and you have like good thing going really, isn't it? Like, so going back to the rebuild then. So you were saying you played in the 80s, was it around that? And did it kind of
formed around the 80s?
Yeah, and then did it just stop? Did it stop or?
We played away like there was a junior team up to probably the guts of up to 7 or 8 years ago maybe. Then at the time then there was a kind of a drop off of players, and the club just weren't able to sustain keep the junior team going. And then after that, then it kind of took break. So back in the wisdom of the lads there, back 3 or 4 years ago, Bernie, excuse me, they started under 7s or 8s, you know, and then gradually started picking up again. And in the space of 2 or 3 years, they had loads of teams coming. The next minute, then the older lads wanted to get a team going again, you know. And
it's great to see.
Junior started again, like so.
Yeah, and our season now. This is my first, as I said, playing, and a lot of lads I'm playing with, it's their first year as well. But we're going really well. We have 2 great coaches looking after us. We have Dave Odwar, who's from my parish, like, and he's been very good because I did play soccer with him before. And he's a good coach. He knows his stuff, like, you know. He always wants me to shout him out. He'd be loving this now.
He played for me years ago too.
Was he any good?
I can't say.
No.
We'll see Stevens' day now.
Yeah.
He said he's going to put on the gloves again. So.
Yeah. He's a decent old keeper, to be fair.
Don't tell him that, Sean.
No. And then we have Dermot Carroll as well. And as I played with Dermot, like, you know, he's coached me for a while and a few other teams as well. So I said the club is probably going better than ever, nearly, would you say?
Oh, I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And what has the, I suppose, parish or community been like since? Were they all for the club to come back? Were they always wanting the club?
Oh no, they're all for it, like, and it's great for the young lads, you know, getting out and doing something in these months.
Exactly, like, yeah.
Sure the boys and girls absolutely love it.
Yeah. And ambitions then, is there any ambitions you have for the club going forward? I suppose keep it going, kind of.
Well, we're hoping to keep it going and get some funding and grants and upgrade the field and the clubhouse up there and make it grow.
Yeah. That's all I want. And I suppose like you're saying the youth side of things is going really strong, youth football. And so how would you, to gain interest, like we're saying, hurling is like, it's primarily here, but how would you gain interest in getting people to play or to sign for that end or to start playing from?
Like over the years, like success will always get our lads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People will come like, because you know, come back. About 10 or 15 years ago, like we had actually 2 strong teams at the time.
Okay.
You know, an A and a B team, like, you know, and we were very competitive. Like the A team went to the Premier that time, and you know the B team we won a couple of divisions that time as well. Like, so you know there was a lot of players there, like at the time. There was a good pool of players, you know, and you need that pool of, when you have 2 teams, you need a pool of 24 or 5, like, you know, and you know, lads will fall in, fall out, you know, as the season goes on. But you still need a core, you know what I mean? And that's very important, like, you know. But success will bring lads around too, you know what I mean? So, like, you know, the junior team can be successful this year. And
hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. And they're able to get up a division. Or maybe if they don't get up this year, but maybe next year. You will find that other people will become interested and will want to play as well, like, in the locality, you know.
Yeah, that's success is everything. And has the club always been successful? I understand you won 2 cups, or you won a couple of stuff growing up.
We've always won leagues and we've won cups, you know. We've divisional cups and stuff like that, like, you know.
Yeah.
Now we haven't been lucky enough to win a McCalmont or win a Premier League, but we've won first divisions on a few occasions, second divisions, you know. We've won stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
We've always been competitive, like when we were playing. And there wouldn't be too many like coming down to play Southend, you know. And that, you know.
Yeah. What was your football background? Were you into football, or
I've
are any good at it?
No background at all. When I was younger, I'd play five-a-side. A place I lived in England for 20 years.
Jeez.
But
What part?
I was in Luton.
Oh yeah.
For 14
Luton
years,
Town.
and I was in South Yorkshire then for 6 years.
Yeah. So they bred the football into you, nearly, was it?
But it was my husband and my son that spread it into me. They're like soccer mad.
Yeah.
So it's my son to be giving me tips every night. Ask me questions, mommy. Ask me questions. So
Yeah. You'd be learning on the daily.
Yeah.
And obviously you coach a lot of teams, whether it be hurling, football, and what goes into coaching teams? I know if David was here, I'd ask him as well. But like in general, like maybe is soccer different to hurling, or?
Generally, it's not. No, it's not. No, once lads have a commitment and they want to play, you know, and they really want to dedicate themselves to you, you know, that they can dedicate themselves for a season. And like a soccer season is a long time, you know, because you're talking like from mid-August at the moment to May, like, and it's a long season. So it's very hard for lads to commit. And it is, you know, naturally now conditions are a lot different when we were playing years ago. Now you have astro pitches to train on, and
they have it handy, as they say now.
Yeah, a lot handier, Because I remember when we used to train over in October and places like that, and we'd only have maybe 3 lights, you know, and you'd have muck over your boots.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even know you'd be wearing boots when you were finished. Nowadays you have it too easy, I think, Sean, you know.
Yeah.
Your silky boots. And you
We have it handy, as I say.
Oh, you have it too handy.
But no, like I always find it interesting the kind of the interest in the soccer in Kilkenny. You know, people that might be watching this podcast might think, "Geez, there's nothing else but hurling in Kilkenny," but at least now they know that there is soccer, and you never know, there could be a few international players, whether it be female or male. But so all that matters is Stephen's Day. Are you looking forward to it?
Looking forward to it.
Will you talk out yourself? No, you're just.
Just bring plenty of something to suck on and keep shouting and roaring.
Yeah. And is there any? I know you want to keep things under wraps, but is there any, I suppose, big name players anyone we should look out for?
I can't divulge, Sean, no. It's a bit early yet, and it's be looking for secrets off me.
I know, yeah.
But I know we might pull 1 or 2 all-stars out of
the
closet.
Yeah, a couple of All-Ireland medals here and there.
I wasn't going to say that. We might get a few all-stars out of the closet.
And and did anyone from playing for Southend, did they ever go on to like bigger and better things, you know, in terms of soccer? Do you think? Maybe it'll better be League of Ireland, or
no, but there was plenty back in the early years. Now there would have been players there that would obviously now they would have been hurling as well, and the hurling took the greater love.
But,
not mentioning names, you know. If they had put themselves to do it,
hurling kind of takes over nearly, doesn't it?
If they had dedicated themselves to the soccer, I'd have no doubt they would have been able to go on. Yeah,
and there was a period, I suppose, when soccer in Kenny was really good. Like they were in the League of Ireland for a number of years in Buckley Park, and so it's hard to know if that'll ever come back. I don't know. Do you have any idea if it'll ever, the Kilkenny City?
Well, the Kilkenny City, like when we used to be playing Beyond here in October, like we used to always go to Kilkenny City on a Friday and Saturday at that time.
In Buckley Park, wasn't it?
Buckley Park,
That's kind of it's getting renovated again now, I suppose.
Kind of. It was great, like, you know what I mean. There was a great old buzz because you have the cracking town, and that time you would have teams coming like your Shamrock Rovers, these teams, especially when they got to the Premier there, you know. And there was a big atmosphere around Kilkenny.
Really?
Like,
was interest big?
On home games that time you could have up to 6,000-7,000 people, like, you know. It was great crack. Like.
It's a shame to see it like a nice stadium like it is kind of left go for so long, but hopefully you might bring it back. Do you know, you're doing so well with the end, you never know. Bring back it. But I suppose we'll leave it there because I don't want to be rambling on too much. But
can I just
Yeah.
wish all the teams the best on Stephen's Day. The juniors, the legends, the under 15 girls, and the women's. And it's all about having fun on the day and the community coming together.
Yeah.
And that the raffle will still be able to get raffle tickets on the day.
Okay. What's to be won is Ratton?
Oh, there's Celtic tickets, there's Man United tickets, there's jackets, there's a numerous selection of hampers, there's tyres from Best Drive.
Yeah, best tires.
Plug in there.
Yeah.
Plug in there for Davy.
150 cash prize and loads more.
Loads big.
Other prizes. So we'd just like to thank everyone who's donated so far and bought raffle tickets. And there's still more to be got on the day. So everyone enjoy. Yeah.
And one more. Do you know the colours of Southend? Where did that, like the black and white? Because I know Shamrocks are obviously green and white. Was it just a generic? Do you know these are like the most random questions? But
yeah, no, but most of the time we actually played with a white top and black knees.
Oh, yeah.
At the time. That was kind of what it came out. And then it became very hard to keep the white tops very clean.
Yes.
But we used to play with Aston Villa colours. Like that's kind of where we were.
Oh yeah.
At that,
really? Yeah.
Yeah, years ago as well. So we used to have them as well. So there's a couple
claret and blue, is it?
Yeah, claret and blue. Yeah. We used to have them colours as well. And then we had a red and black as well. So there was really, but it kind of ended up being black and white. But, you know, it's like the more different colours of jerseys now.
Yeah.
You know,
away strips and everything.
they're every sort of colour. There's too much jerseys.
Yeah. Right. Sure. I suppose I'll leave it there. And I said, if anyone's watching this, anyone's welcome to it on Stephen's Day. And you can come from anywhere in the country. But hopefully I'll get a few goals and I can see. But there'll be loads of videos coming throughout the day on that day as well. So thanks a million guys for joining me. And no bother, thank you.
Thanks for coming to Ballyhale.
No bother, I'll be down again.